Edwin, thank you on behalf of JNS Worldwide Hunting. I come over here after 6 leopard hunts to get that leopard, and you got him for me.
Well, it was quite an interesting hunt with all the regulations. We wanted to pre-bait. We planned to pre-bait 3 days in advance, but there's been a few delays with COVID, and we arrived a day before. And what we did is we hung some bait, and the one bait that we hung at 12:30 in the afternoon, and within a few hours, 4 o'clock the same afternoon, a big male leopard hit it. And the reason we put the bait there is because we saw his track, so he didn't even wait for nightfall, and that's the one that we decided to focus on.
Well, we're here today. I'm trying to kill my leopard. This is the 7th hunt. This is, I've hunted previously 64 days, and I think we've got, we're here at Latuli.
That's correct.
And we've got, Edwin put up 2 baits, 6 baits yesterday. 2 of these hit. Were hit last night, and we're trying to determine whether this is the same cat or not. And so what do you think? What we got?
Well, it's interesting because we had to wait for the sun to get a bit higher before we checked the bait, and as we got there you could see there's a male leopard's tracks, and you could see that he ate almost full half the impala. Yeah, and then we looked at the camera and we only had 4 photos on it for some reason or another, not sure why. And got excited about that one, went up the road and found the other half of the impala, which is about half a mile, maybe 3/4 mile away. And now we are debating if it's actually the same cat. Because the one up the road, we've got very good photos of, and it's a beautiful.
It's a shooter.
Yeah, definitely. And if you look at the markings on the neck, there's too many similarities to not assume that it might be the same cat, because he came in and ate from 4 o'clock, which is interesting because we hung that bait 3.5 hours before that, in the daylight. He started eating there, and when he disappeared an hour after sunset, not to be seen there again. But the other cat obviously fed all night and left at 6:30 this morning. The other cat being probably the same cat. So now we need to think very carefully. We don't want to take a risk of taking one down and doing a drag to the other, because that might push him off. He might be trying to head somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to replenish both baits. We're going to put 2 cameras up at each side. We're going to put a lot of guts and everything to keep his attention. And if it is 2, we'll know soon enough. We'll know tomorrow. We are planning to sit tonight, but I think we need to be wise this day 1. And yeah, let's use our plans carefully and get confirmation and be sure about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I think we got a plan.
We've got a plan.
Okay. Good.
Impala hunting time.
Okay. Well, we got killed impala here. We're going to go ahead and refresh both of those baits. So we found some impala. Incidentally, this is about the same time. Put those 2 baits up yesterday, so we're going to refresh them. They've both been hit last night, and we'll refresh them with this impala. So it's leopard hunting, folks.
How far was the shot about?
Oh, what, 150?
I think so. Very good shot.
Thanks.
1 shot down. First shot to this rifle, actually.
Trigger pull felt good. I'm ready to kill a leopard.
There we go. Well done. He made it interesting because we had 2 baits about a mile apart from each other. Was it about a mile?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he fed a lot on the one. And we looked at the camera footage, and it was quite good footage. We saw it's a beautiful male. And the next morning, for some reason, he disappeared. And then we noticed the other camera has moved slightly, so the footage wasn't so great. But we looked at the very unique pattern on the neck, and we noticed the same leopard walked a mile and started feeding on the other bait. Mm-hmm. And that's how it started. That's a broadside view of him. And you can see there's a Y right there, and that Y.
That's why we know it's him.
And I know it's the same cat, yeah.
We had another bait hung about 3/4 mile from here. We're going to take it down because it wasn't hit last night.
Yep, that's right.
Take it down. Okay, we're going to build a blind.
Pretty good. That is a big...
That's a nice warthog here. Nice warthog. Bait, always bait. Yeah, and we set up on the first night and we sat there till when?
It was just after 1 in the morning.
Yeah, and then we left, and then what happened?
And about 5 minutes later he was up in the tree. So,
5 minutes later, folks, he's up in the tree.
yeah, so he knew we were there. Yeah. And it was cold in that plan.
He come back the next night, didn't we?
He did, yeah. And the plan that we had is, I've had it happen with leopard before, where they know you're in a blind, so you trick them, and you get somebody to come fetch your vehicle, make a little bit of a noise when they leave, and once they leave, you sit dead still in the blind, you remain behind, and sometimes that works and he'll come in. So we planned that, but it wasn't necessary because he came shortly after sunset.
Well, our goal isn't to smother the area with baits, but we do have to have baits that we know are definitely got potential. We just found a really fresh leopard track down this old riverbed. Come in here and the guys have cut this all off here, and we got bait up there all covered up, so keep the birds away from it and they won't fall so bad. So.
I've got a feeling we're going to get a lot of photos of leaves. We've got a broad leaf tree like this is a wing.
Yeah.
But got to get it out. You didn't need the artificial light, you shot him at the very last light.
And I didn't have my camera on night vision, and all we got is the sound of the shot. Now, Edwin reached over and touched me on the leg, and I thought that meant go ahead and shoot him, because he'd said, "Can you see him?" real softly, and I could make him out, but I was concerned if we turned the light on, it would spook him, because he was a spooky leopard, wasn't he?
He was.
Very spooky leopard, and I could see him well enough to place my shot where I wanted it, and so when he touched me on the leg, telling me that he was going to turn the light on, I let him have it, because I mean, guys, I've hunted 64 days before I met this guy with some really good hunters, and 2 failed dog hunts and some incredible issues that's occurred, including one with a spitting Mozambique viper that either bit my leopard or sprayed him in the eyes. So here was my opportunity, and I wasn't going to miss it. So anyway, I'm really happy. Successful hunt. Those of you guys that will view this leopard hunt, want you to know this guy here at top. The other 2 guys I've hunted with at the top also, but we had an incredible hunt here, and so we're drinking a big, strong Hunter's pink drink, which consists of energy, right?
It's rehydrates, yeah. It's electrolytes.
Yeah. Electrolytes.
And no vodka added, nothing.
No vodka. So anyway, it's Steve Dean with GNS Worldwide Hunting, and thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. It's been a privilege and an honor.
Yeah, forever is an honor. You know, this is quite an accomplishment for me. When we first started a hunting company 14, 15 years ago, we started our trips to Africa. This is my 31st trip with clients and myself, my wife, and dear friends, and this finally completes my Dangerous 7. And it's been a goal of mine. This is my 7th leopard hunt. I've hunted with some dear friends. I've hunted with dogs. We've had issue after issue. In fact, I've told a lot of my constituents that I could write a book on the perils of leopard hunting. But today, it's accomplished. And I think about the verse in the Bible. It talks about, commit your ways unto the Lord, He'll make your pathway straight. And there's another thing I think of here lately, and it's about faith. And a faith that can't be tested can't be trusted. And that's really grown to be a lot of importance in my life. Because this challenged me, because I'm one of those guys that kind of lives on success. And I've wondered a time or two, in fact I've told my wife, I wonder if it's not God's will for me to kill a leopard. I mean, 64 days before I come over here, I've hunted leopard, and the blind is 100 degrees, you name it, it's happened. And I'm so thankful that I've been allowed to finish my Dangerous 7 with a dear Christian brother. I mean, that's the culmination of the whole thing. And two great guys that we've worked this animal and worked this animal. We tried to outsmart him, he's outsmarted us. This is the third day, I think, Edwin, right?
That's correct.
That's the third day. Feels like about a week because we've hung baits, and we was in here last night at 1:15 when we finally left. And we come back this morning, the bait had been hit 10 minutes after we left. We think, come on, how can that keep happening? But here he lays. And I'm so thankful. So, you guys, thank you for all your hard work. Holy moly, I tell you. And Edwin, you read this cat right. And we've got an old saying that Porter and I said for years. Let's get this sucker in the truck.
Well done. Good shooting. And thank you. Okay, what we're going to do, we're just going to measure the leopard quickly. It's part of reserve requirements. That helps with the aging, and that helps with making sure that the population stays healthy, that we hunt the right age. Okay, this one here, I'm going to quickly just mark it down. The neck, 21.5 inches, so that's 55. We're going to do the shoulder height, which starts here at the who's measured from the top of the fetlock here upwards. Usually they are on a mature male about 60 centimeters. Look at these ticks. We've got to watch ourselves for ticks. Okay. It's very difficult with the leg stiff. 58, but when you stretch it out, because you're supposed to actually have it level.
Yeah.
But it will be the same, it will be 60. 198, 1.98. There we go. That's it.